Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ultimate Gaming Championship Day 3 here in Couture Village in Italy. My name is TotalBiscuit, joined as always by the wonderful Mr. Diapollo, and we are going into what many are claiming will be the standout game in this particular tournament.
Yep, Hasu versus Goody here in the loser brackets. So we are going to see one of the big names leave the tournament after this game. It's going to be a best of 3. First map is going to be on Terminus Re, and it's going to be an awesome game. Can Hasu0bs win? Can Goody win? We're going to find out shortly. Just making sure everyone's good before we go live.
I think all we can say is it's going to be very lengthy, I feel.
Feels it's going to be a really entertaining best of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, certainly. And it was a little bit upsetting to see both of those guys go down. Obviously, it made sense for Hasu0bs to go down since he faced off against Cloud, and Cloud soundly beat him 2-1. And Goody actually went down in a rather shocking manner. He was, well, you would argue that it was cheesed. A lot of early game aggression applied to Goody, which he couldn't handle. He was knocked down by Wolverate, as I recall, the Swiss player.
Yep, that is exactly what happened. Wolverate managed to successfully one-base Protoss, cheese, all in Goody, and managed to knock him down. And that's not too good for Goody. Goody being one of the favorites. Yep. Though Goody is, everybody knows he's the Panzer King, and everybody knows his TVT is very, very strong, but his TVP and TVZ aren't that strong compared to his main matchup. So not too much of a surprise that he dropped games in different matchups aside from the mirror. But and we're going to see a TVP now. So we're going to have to see if Goody can pull through against Hasu0bs' pretty intense, creative, and very strong style.
Absolutely. Hasu0bs has been doing very well. Obviously, against Cloud, he was not really able to handle it. But then Cloud, I would say, is really getting into his stride. It is the Cloud that we know and love, really. He's been doing so incredibly well. And Hasu0bs losing to Cloud wasn't a huge surprise, honestly. We'll have to see if he can come back from it. And I imagine that Cloud is actually rooting for Hasu0bs right now. He'd much prefer to fight Hasu0bs in the final as opposed to Goody, although Cloud's still going to have to go through Star Eagle to make that happen.
Yep, and it looks like the countdown has finished, and we're going into this game on Terminus Re, Mouse Esports Hasu0bs versus ESC Goody.
On the loading screen right now, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hasu0bs in the yellow trunks right here. He is playing Protoss right here on the Terminus Re versus his opponent Goody in the purple trunks. He is playing Terran.
Both players wishing each other good luck, have fun. That's what's happened so far in this game. And we're going to have to see.
Your play-by-play is excellent,
I know,
Apollo. I've got to point out. That is absolute mad skills.
I see that. I see what I see, and I voice it.
Yep.
It's the way to do it. And notice that both players will try, with the SCVs and probes, to have two SCVs, well, linked together. You can kind of see it more in Hasu0bs' base. We'll have 2 probes on the same mineral patch. Just get a little bit more efficiency out of those probes straight away. Every little inch does help in StarCraft 2.
That's what she said.
Every inch helps.
You set it up and I knocked it down. That is what we're here for.
So, I mean, we've seen a variety of different styles from both players throughout this tournament. Obviously, Goody usually plays kind of aggressive to begin with and then falls back onto an expansion and then likes to go for this mid-game, very mech-orientated push, lots of tanks, Thors, and Hellions, especially with the Blue Flame. And Hasu0bs' favored build throughout the tournament has usually been 2-gate Expo, or sometimes 3, depending if he can feel a little bit that he can go in and pressure his opponent to force some mistakes and so on. We're going to have to see how both players do play, and it looks like Goody might be gearing up to go for a fast expansion.
It's certainly a possibility right here. He's got the cash for it. He's not spending it on anything else. That would be an expansion on 14. That is unusual. That is very unusual for Goody.
Yeah, now he is actually moving out an SCV, and it's basically, this is just a fake. Hasu0bs out. I mean, the position of the command center is down here, and he will lift up and move. Hasu0bs should be good enough, hopefully, and should be thinking about this, and will hopefully go down and scout that out. But for now, he's thinking, that barracks is a little bit late. There could be more barracks on the map. There could be the hidden command center, and these are the things he's thinking about.
That is going to throw Hasu0bs off quite a bit, and it's an intriguing idea right now for Goody. I'm interested by this. It may work. We'll have to see, though. If Hasu0bs actually goes down and scouts that, which is looking, yep, he's going to see that one going up right there. They're thinking, huh, well, that's a little bit odd, isn't it? But, well, there you go. It went down nonetheless. Do you think it really matters that that's actually been scouted right now by Hasu0bs? What do you think Hasu0bs' response to that's going to be?
Well, the build has been confirmed for Hasu0bs, and he scouted really early on, like the previous games. We saw him against Cloud, and Cloud managing to pull this build off, but Hasu0bs did scout very late, and now Hasu0bs has a clear indication on what is happening and kind of make his decision on what his game plan is going to be in the mid game quite clear. And we're gonna have to see, not me, but we're gonna have to see, does he decide to go for 3-gate pressure, 2-gate pressure, or maybe just 2-gate expand? And every one of these, I think Goody will be very prepared for. We can see the bunker's already been built, moving the barracks down. I'm not sure if I quite agree with the barracks being moved down yet. Maybe a little bit later, because you really do need to have consistent marine production against any form of aggression.
Absolutely, and it's really not what you want. I mean, Goody's already been... Whoa, yeah, talk about pressure, folks. And this could be a real problem for Goody right now. Goody has actually gone down in the previous games against Wolverine to exactly this kind of thing. Full gateway pressure, early attacks. Will Goody be able to hold it? This is the weakest point for Goody, it really is, because Goody is not putting pressure on his opponent. He's allowing his opponent to pull this build off, and I would be quite concerned for him right now.
Yeah, obviously in this build he's not going to have stim, only one barracks, and now he's going to be putting down a factory. So, oh wow, he's only going to have this one barracks. He's stopped production on it too, and there's going to be a lot of sentries in this play, very intensive. Do have the 2 assimilators, and pure sentries are going to be coming out now. And I'm not sure, with good force fields, he's not going to be able to repair these bunkers. And Goody has to know what's going on, otherwise he's going to be in a world of trouble here.
He needs to scout. He must scout right now. He must, and he's not doing it. And that's going to be a real problem for him. Surely he must expect this kind of pressure. Surely. I know Hasu0bs hasn't really done it too much, but he also must be aware of how he lost previously.
Yep, and he should be thinking something like that, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it. 2 factories gone down, and that's a kind of a huge window and fault in Goody's play, is that he gets his barracks out and then switches to mech, and there's going to be a long time before he has any mech units out.
Here comes the push, and this could be a game ender right here. Force field placement is perfect, as you'd expect. One bunker going down, second one, he got the mule in there, so he might be able to hold this line. This is going to be tense though. Additional warping, I don't see how he can hold this.
Yeah, I mean, just pop up the shield with the Guardian shield, and Marines are going to be completely useless. One tank is in production, so there's a glimmer of hope.
GG.
But Goody doesn't think about it and just pulls out. GG called.
Had to be done, really. Had to be done. A critical error there. Again, Goody falling for an early game aggressive push. It's not what Hasu0bs has been doing in this tournament, but you've always got to bear in mind, a player on the level of Hasu0bs can pull that kind of thing out when he feels it's appropriate, and of course it's appropriate against Goody. Goody has got to adapt to this.